Okay, doing homework for week 2. So question number 1. Determine whether the following relation represents a function. Give the domain and range for the relation. Okay, so first thing we need to identify, does the given relation represent a function? How we are going to figure out if it's function or not. So let's assume we have 5 coordinates, 5 and 9. Let's say -6 and 0, -7, -7, and 0 and 0. So first the number in this coordinate represented by x, second one by y. The x, y, x, y, and so on. Now, the relation represent a function if and only if we have only one x. That means if x is not repeated. For example, if I would have here -5, 7, and then -5 and 1, this would not represent function because you have the same x that has two y's, right? 7 and 1, those are y's, and -5, -5, it's the same x. X cannot have two y's if it's a function. So in our case, or otherwise, to represent from the other side approach, if we do, we can say if x in this coordinate is repeating itself, then it's not a function. So in our case, it doesn't represent, it's not duplicating itself, so it's not repeating itself, therefore we have a function. So let's go back to our case. So our x is 5, -2, -1, -3. So none of them repeat, right? So first, I'm reading first coordinate in this parenthesis. 5, -2, -1, -3. And they don't repeat. That's why we have a function. Let's check it. Bingo. Next question. What is the domain? So value of x in these coordinates represented as a domain, which means every first coordinate in this parenthesis, let me bring here, not this one. Every first coordinate is a domain, -5, -6, -7, and 0. And the range is going to be 9. It's going to be y's, all y's. 9, 0, -7, 0. Back to our problem. So our domain is going to be 5, -2, -1, -3. So 5, -2, -1. Oh, this -5. Okay, it's wrong. This one. 5, -2, -1, and -3. Well done. Thank you very much. Moving to next one, range. Remember range, I said it's going to be the value of y. So second element in the coordinates. So it's going to be -5. So if it's -5, it's going to be the third or fourth one, right? And then -3. Okay, looks like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be this one. Because we have -5. -3, and then -1, and then again -3. When in the domain or in the range, elements of coordinate are repeating, we don't put it twice. We put only once. Okay? Therefore, this -5, -3, and -1, it is our range. Well done. Moving to next question. Similar again. So Do we have, is this relation represent function? So I'm going by value of x to see if it's repeating or not. So we have 9, negative 8, negative 6, negative 4. It doesn't repeat x, so it is a function. Okay. Next, we're following the domain. Domain are all values of x's. And remember again, if x value is repeating in the domain, we don't mark it twice. So domain is 9, negative 8, negative 6, negative 4. 9, negative 8, negative 6, negative 4. First one. Fantastic. And question number 3 about the range, part 3. So the range is going to be our y, so negative 9, negative 4, negative 6, negative 4. So we have the repetition of negative 4 twice. Therefore, our range is going to consist of 3 elements, negative 9, negative 4, negative 6. This one. Very good. Moving to next question. So this is going to be question number 3. Okay. Question number 3. What we are going to do here? We need to evaluate the function 8x plus 6. Let me write down. Okay, good enough. So one more time, 8x plus 6. And we need to find f of, let me see, negative 4, x plus 2, negative x. Negative 4, f of x plus 2, and negative x. Okay, f of negative 4. So I'm plugging f of negative 4 is equal, instead of x, plugging negative 4. 8 times negative 4 plus 6. 8 times negative 4 is negative 32, plus 6 is negative 26. Let's see. Where is that negative sign here? Okay, here it is, 26. Well done. So next we're going to do f of x plus 2. F of x plus 2. This is our original one. Instead of x, I'm going to plug x plus 2. 8 times x plus 2 plus 6. So I have to, since it's multiplication, I need to distribute. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 2 is positive 16 and plus 6. So 8x plus 16 plus 6, those are like terms. It's going to be 32. 22. Silly mistakes are always with math. So we get 8x plus 22. Let's write down 8x. Where is plus? Okay, I can't find here plus. See, I'm facing problem here. So let me go over, let me see. Oh, here it is, plus. oops, not here, plus, and we are going to do how much I said, 22, right? Fantastic. And the last one, f of negative x. So instead of f 8x, I'm writing down 8 times negative x plus 6. So it's going to be negative 8x plus 6. And that's going to be our answer. Negative 8x plus 6. Negative 8x and plus 6. Okie dokie. Going to next question. But before I go to next question, I want to give you another example here that you might need for either quiz or test for sure. So let me make a star here. Every time I make a star, that means you have to pay attention. It's going to be most likely on the test. Okay, we have f of x, let's say, is equal x plus 15. Okay, we need to find f of, let me see, I'll do this. This is what I will do, f of 35, and we need to find f of negative 10. So f of x, it's going to be equal, plugging square root, negative 10 plus 35. So f of x is equal square root of 25, right? Negative 10 plus 35 is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. Okay? Okie dokie. So moving to next question. We have x squared minus 3x minus 5. X squared minus 3x minus 5. And we need to find f of negative 7, I believe. Let me double check. F of negative 7, yes. So f of negative 7 is equal negative 7 squared. Instead of x, we plug everywhere negative x. Minus 3 times negative 7 and minus 5. Negative 7 squared is 49. Negative 3 times negative 7, it's going to be positive 21 and minus 5. So 49 plus 21, 9 plus 1 is 10, 1 in mind. 4 plus 2 is 6, and 1 is going to be 7. So 70 minus 5. We are getting 65. Let me plug in there. Bingo. Next is going to be f of x plus 5. F of x plus 5. So let me circle. This is our original one. So f of x plus 5, it's going to be equal x squared. So I'm writing down x plus 5 squared. Instead of x, we are plugging x plus 5. Squared minus 3 times x plus 5 and minus 5. Okay, so x plus 5. I'm going to apply here formula. A plus b, a minus b formula. Let me write down So a plus b squared is equal a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, and if we have a minus b, we get a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So let's use it. X plus 5. So I'm writing down here x plus 5 squared. My a, x is going to be my a, right? And 5 is going to be my b, correct? So, and as a result, we have a squared, which is going to be x squared. Next, here I have plus 2ab. 2 times my a is going to be my x and b is going to be my 5. And then plus b squared, which is going to be plus 5 squared because my b is 5, right? And minus, now this one I have to distribute 3 times x and 3 times 5. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 5 is going to be negative 15. Be careful, when you have negative, it's going to change the sign in the parentheses, and minus 5. So what do we get? X squared plus 2 times x times 5 is going to be 10x plus 25 minus 3x minus 15 minus 5. So x squared plus 3x, no, 10x and 3x, those negative 3x, those are like terms. So if I combine 10x minus 3x, it's going to be 7x. And then 25 minus 15, it's going to be 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, positive 5. And this is going to be my answer, x squared plus 7x plus 5. If you don't want to use the formula, you are not interested in formula, you just x plus 5 squared, you can represent as x plus 5 times x plus 5. Okay? And you will get the same answer. So x squared plus 7x plus 5. Let's write down. So x squared plus, oops, see, messed up. X squared, okay, plus 7x plus 5. Nice work. And lastly, we need to plug negative x. So, where is our original problem? Here it is. F of x is equal, let me double check, x squared minus 3x minus 5. Minus 5. Okay, so we need to find f of negative x. So f of negative x is going to be equal negative x squared minus 3 times negative x and minus 5. This is going to be positive x squared. This is going to be plus 3x. Negative 3 times negative x is positive, and minus 5. So x squared plus 3x minus 5. X squared plus 3x and minus 5. Bingo. Okay, moving to next question. This one we already similar, I solved it, so it's similar to your test question. Square root r plus 3 plus 2. This is letter R. Okay, so what do we need to find out? F of negative 3. Okay. So f of negative 3 is going to be equal, instead of r plugging negative 3, plus 3 and plus 2. Negative 3 plus 3 is going to be 0. Square root of 0 plus 2. Square root of 0 is 0, and plus 2, we are getting positive 2. So f of negative 3 is equal positive 2. Good job. F of 97. F of, this is our original problem, f of 97, it's going to be square root 97 plus 3 plus 2. So we have here 97 plus 3 is 100 plus 2. Square root 100 is 10 plus 2 is 12, right? Typing here. Good job. And f of x minus 3 now we're going to do. F of x minus 3, that is equal, instead of r, I'm plugging x minus 3 plus 3. Now, I don't need to put parentheses here because there is addition following, so I'm taking off x minus 3 plus 3, negative 3, oops, negative 3 plus 3 canceling each other because it's 0, and we will have square root x plus 2. That will be our answer. So let's see, where is our square root x? Here it is, square root x, and then plus 2. Very good. Next one. So 4x squared minus 1 over x squared. Let me write down. Four x squared minus 1 over x squared, I believe. Yes, so we need to find f of 4. F of 4 is equal 4 times, instead of x, I'm plugging 4. 4 squared minus 1. And x squared is going to be 4 squared. Let's solve it. 4 times, first I'm raising to power 2. 4 squared is going to be 16. And then minus 1. 4 squared is 16. What do we get? 4 times 16, this multiplication, it's going to be 64 minus 1 divided by 16. And we get 63 divided by 16. I can't reduce, I can't do anything. I can't divide by 3, both of them, so I can simplify. 63 over 16. Let's see. Oh, fraction here. (63 over 16). Bingo. Next, f of negative 4, plugging negative 4. So f of negative 4 is our original problem. It's going to be equal 4 times negative 4 squared minus 1 divided by negative 4 squared. Okay. F of negative 4 is equal 4 times 16 minus 1, and negative 4 squared is going to be 16. So we're getting same number, 64 minus 1 over 16. So it's going to be 63 over 16. Okay? All right. We got it. Excellent. And f of negative x, now let's figure out negative x. F of negative x, which means instead of x, I'm taking negative x. 4 times negative x squared minus 1 and negative x squared. So we are getting 4x squared, because negative x squared is going to be positive, right? There is no number that you square, you get negative. Minus 1, and here it's going to be x squared, and this is going to be our answer. 4x squared minus 1 over x squared. Okay? 4x, no. 4x squared well, this is becoming problem. It's not gonna work. Let me see. Got it. So minus 1. Let me see if I have to move a little bit. Yeah. One more time. There we go. What was that? 4x squared minus 1 over x squared. Yeah. Nice work. Now, before I continue, I want to explain you something that is very important, and I put the star. You already know what that star means. You might have a case like, let's say, x cubed plus 2 and x squared plus 2. And let me see. We need to find f of 2. Here we have to take cube, right? Instead of x cubed, I'm going to write down 2 to power 3. Right? F of 3 is going to be equal 2 to power 3 plus 2. In denominator is going to be 2 to power 2 plus 2. Now 2 to power 3 is going to be 8, because 2 times 2 times 2, and plus 2. Here 2 to power 4 is 2 to power 2 is 4 plus 2. We get 10 over 6. Here I can reduce by 2 both of them. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 5 over 3. Okay. If I would have, it's different story if I would have negative 2. If I would take negative 2 to power 3, I would get negative 8. I want you to remember this, not to forget. 2 to power 3 is positive 8. Question number 7. We have x plus 3 and it's piecewise function. Piecewise meaning two pieces of different functions, x plus 3 and negative x plus 3 with their conditions. Excuse me. So x plus 3 and negative x plus 3. F of x is equal x plus 3 and negative x plus 3. Let me write down conditions also. X greater equal negative 3, x is less than negative 3. Okay, so what are our conditions here? What do we need to figure out? The g of 0, I put f of 0, doesn't matter. Okay, let it be f of g, doesn't matter. 0 right now, let's take care of 0. Okay, let me put g so it won't confuse you. Okay, we need to find g of 0, which means, let's check this condition. 0 greater equal negative 3, right? So we check mark, it matching. But 0 is not less than negative 3, so this one doesn't work. So we are going to plug in only in this first one, right? So it's going to be 0 plus 3, and answer is going to be 3. So let's plug here 3. And we have bingo, well done. Second one, negative 7. Okay, let's plug negative 7. G of negative 7. So when I check here, negative 7 doesn't match to this one, right? Because it's less than. But this one, this condition, x is less than negative 3, it's matching, right? So therefore, we are going to use second equation. It's going to be negative 7 plus 3. And this is going to be negative 4, and we get positive 4, okay? Next one is g of 1. So we have 1. 1 is going to satisfy this condition because 1 is greater or equal negative 3, right? It doesn't satisfy this one. 1 cannot be less than negative 3. Therefore, we are going to work with the first equation. G of 1 is going to be 1 plus 3, 4. We are getting another 4. Let's see. Well done. All right. Next one. X squared minus 16 over x minus 4. And here we have x, 8. And what are our conditions here? X is not equal 4, x is equal 4, okay? Okay. So, how are we gonna start? First condition is age of 3. Okay, here we have age. Age of 3. So here we have 8. This is condition is not gonna work anyhow. So x cannot be equal 4, so let's satisfy this condition, because indeed we have 3, not 4, so it does satisfy. And here we are plugging 3 squared minus 16 and 3 minus 4. It's going to be 9 minus 16, and 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 16 plus 9, it's going to be negative 7 divided by negative 1. It's going to be positive 7. Okay, let's write down. Nice work. Next one, age of 0. Let's plug age of 0. So 8 doesn't satisfy because there is no x, it's just constant 8. When we are going to work with the first one. As long as x is not equal 4, we are good. We can plug any value. 0 squared minus 16 and 0 minus 4. We are getting negative 16 over negative 4 and we get positive 4. Edge of 4. Let's see. Now we are going to use 4. Aha! X is equal 4. So this one we cannot use because x cannot be equal 4, right? And we have edge of 4. So we cannot use this one. This is going to be answer. Because when x is equal 4, it's going to be, h is going to be equal 8. So we're plugging this 8. Good job. Moving to next one. Question number 9. All right, here we are moving to working with functions. I'll tell you what, let me stop right here because it's coming a new topic, and I will record it in part 2 video, okay? Because it's all about slope and graphing and equation of function. So I'll stop it here and continue recording in a new video so it would be easier for you to work with. First 8 question in the first video, from 9 till 11 till 20 gonna be another video. Okay dokie.